Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Let's go, fellas.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. So get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Smith. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Right 25! Check!
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Watson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Dante Fowler. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Watson. He's going to fire one deep over them. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out.
Through an opening, and there he goes. 30, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith. His 1st touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. To try here for the extra point. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Falcons 7, Texans 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Texans have retaken the lead. So the points coming fast and furious in this opening quarter. Whoa.
Yeah, both defenses, they're looking pretty exploited right now with the way these offenses are attacking. They are a step behind, back on their heels, whatever cliche you want to use. Right now, they're trying to figure out how to slow them down, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run with the former Pitt Panther, Quadri Olison. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it is for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Smith. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Hey, ready, 280, 21, 280. Here we go. 41, Mike, 41.
Now on 2nd and 13. Ryan. This complete to Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
59, ready. 25. I see 47, 47. Single.
From the 39, Ryan. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On third down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line.
A gain of 22 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Gurley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ready, 280. Oh, you got deep?
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now a toss right to Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. The extra point up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
On 2nd and 2, Watson dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Running from the gun, Johnson. In on the stop, DeMonte Casey. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll fire one in zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as his guys are able to regain the lead. this time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Ryan. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Smith running right. And some room to roam now. Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Carry, it's Olsen. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Hey, check. 55's Mike, guy, 55. Hey, Alpha. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Let's go, defense.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
A first scoring update now from Carolina. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Watson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On second and 10, Watson being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So the big play gets them across midfield now for first and 10. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Off of play action, it's Watson. Rolling to his right. He wants it all for the end zone. Will Fuller, 40 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Falcons take over first and 10. Their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. He's trying to give it to Ridley. Picked up by Justin Reed, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Here we go.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
20. A huge play there for Houston.
It's a gain of 40. That's another Texans first down.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
To throw is Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's 2nd down. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And it's a touchdown. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Ready, blue 58. Here we go.
To throw on 3rd down. Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
Watson off play action. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Now attempt carry for Johnson. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. This is caught. It's close. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Cut. Tighten up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
That's what I'm talking about.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now Watson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And he will score. It's a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner. And he's able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
9 yards. And a Falcon 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Olesen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Ready, blue 80, white 25. Eat. got you. I got you.
They run. It's Gurley. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 39.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A first down carry for Smith. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd and 9, Ryan, he's going to, and my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Get this. Double time. 4 down. Let's go.
And Watson's going to throw it here. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed out right. This is Johnson. He's got it. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the time they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 44, Watson sliding out of the pocket. It's complete to Fuller. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
But right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, but it's going to be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. That's complete to Sterling. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Houston, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.